Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cox Connections. Brad Grundmeyer, Director of Public Government Affairs for Cox, Louisiana. Thank you so much for tuning into this segment. We're going to be talking to our great friends at UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, and the great work that they're doing in the greater New Orleans area, as well as throughout the state of Louisiana and the country, for that matter. Happy to be joined by Ms. Therese Badon, who is the Vice President of Development for UNCF, as well as Mr. Jermaine Smith, Development Associate, and give you a new title, buddy, Development Associate for UNCF. Thank you so much for coming by today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, Brad. It's always a pleasure.
A lot of great stuff, as always. UNCF and the great work that you two and the organization here locally is doing continues to go on. And, you know, and I guess so, at this time of year, it's May. This is where, in many ways, the fruits of the efforts to get young men and women into schools is now being realized as, wow, people are graduating, whether it's you're finishing your freshman, sophomore, junior, your senior year. You know, do you get that, you get to really celebrate in that and hear about the accomplishments of so many others that would have never had that opportunity if it wouldn't be for your organization.
That's right. And, you know, this is what makes our job so rewarding, because you work to get these kids to college and get them through college. And come May, that's the opportunity when you see them and all of their family members waiting and walking across the stage and getting that diploma. But unfortunately, there are some students who that dream doesn't happen for them, unfortunately, because of financial assistance that they need. And that's why we've incorporated the campaign for emergency student assistance, CESA.
So CESA started back in 2009. Tell me about what it really is trying to do.
Well, CESA in 2009, with the recession and the bad economy and things that were going on that time in our country, we had to step up to the plate. We had to do something to better assist our students to get them to graduation. And so we came up with the idea to incorporate a program that would get our students the funds that are necessary to get them to be able to graduate. And some of the funding, you know, we started out raising like $5 million, and to date we've raised a total of $18 million that have assisted over 8,500 students to graduation.
And that's primarily what upperclassmen too, as well.
Upperclassmen, yeah, because these are the individuals who really have found it a challenge. You know, and most of our kids, they come from families of low-income families of $30,000 and less household income we're talking about here. You know, they work 2 and 3 jobs, so these are not lazy kids. These are kids who are out there busting their tails trying to pay for college at the same time, you know. And then with the issue with the Pell Grants right now with being reduced, and then with the increase on student loans being increased, it's just unbelievable. We're just astounded at how important education is. But unfortunately, all the things that are being done in our country to almost like prevent education from happening.
You know, in business, you know, there's barriers to entry. We're giving barriers to young people to enter what hopefully will be well-educated, then eventually creates higher-paying jobs, well-rounded people, brings up where we fall worldwide. You know, I mean, it says so much. Jermaine, I know when we talk about what this is, it really has to do with what's going on today, which is this economic recession that we're in and how it's affecting these young people, correct?
Absolutely. You know, everybody knows in the last few years that the economic recession has really affected our students. And like Therese said, so many of them are coming from these households with low incomes. And really, to your point as well, one of the things that's so interesting about the students that we help through CESA, 3 out of 5 of them are in getting business disciplines, STEM disciplines, those sciences, the math. Those are all those jobs that are really high paying, and it's moving us forward into this new innovative era.
I don't know what I want to do.
Exactly.
You know, these are people who have a goal, have a vision, have a dream, passionate about their area of focus, and really want to make a difference.
Exactly, and we're just helping them to get across the finish line, basically.
Another interesting stat that I was reading, over half of the students who attend the UNCF member schools come from families with annual annual household incomes of 30,000
and less in some
or
cases.
less. So these kids come from young people, young men and women come from humble beginnings. But to your point, Therese, they are doing what it takes. I remember when I was at Loyola, I had 5 jobs at one time.
That's
I
right.
remember what I did, and I was doing 19 hours. I must have lost my mind, you know. But you find a way
to do what you need to do.
You are not going to let anyone stop you
from making it happen.
fulfilling your dream, and that's why I commend organizations such as UNCF and the folks as such as yourself, is that you know what they're doing, and anything to ease the burden, so their focus should be on school and not working a bunch of jobs. You really want them to excel at that.
That's right. That's right.
And that's where it matters most.
And that's what we really pride ourselves on, making sure that these kids at the end of the year, that they're able to march across that stage by assisting them with these funds from the CISA program.
Is when it comes to a lack of funds, are seniors even able to graduate on time? Is there a statistic or any information in regards to that?
Well, they're not able to graduate on time, and actually what ends up happening is these statistics are astronomical, that the students who have to walk away but not be able to graduate on time, they almost never return and finish their degrees.
So they'll abandon it.
They completely abandon it. And, you know, it's tragic, because a college degree can really change not just that student's lives, but the lives of their family. They come back and they help their younger siblings to get prepared for college. They can let them know what classes they should or should not be taking, help them with that process. And so many of our students are first-generation college students as well. So it really does make a significant difference to make sure that they not only get to college, but get all the way through.
Right, even for myself, I remember I went back to get my master's at UNO and an MBA from that, and I'm still got a little bit left to pay on that. But it wouldn't be for those low-interest loans that are out there, and now we're talking that's not going to happen anymore,
right.
and that's in you know, up for grabs or in jeopardy. So it really is disheartening. And again, that's why dollars that come in that support UNCF, that give young people this opportunity for them to go fulfill the dream and to be who they want to be, is so important.
That's right.
If someone's watching or listening to the show, Therese, where can you send them? How can they get involved, whether that's financially or maybe in a volunteer capacity, or what can they do to support your organization?
They can contact us at our office here locally at 581-3794, or they can go to our website at www.uncf.org. Any other way?
We've actually got a great text to donate.
I was getting ready to say
that.
I love that.
That's right.
That's the rage, but go ahead.
Well, we have this great new way that you can donate as well. Everybody's tied to their cell phones these days. I'm guilty of it. And you can actually text UNCF, the letters, to 50555, and it'll donate at least $10.
And I say that because if you're watching this segment, you're thinking, that is so frustrating to me. Put that frustration to action.
Right.
And give us a text. Go text the UNCF at 50555, and of course it will just be a $10 donation that would show up on your bill when it's processed a month later, whatever, but it hits that, and a good way to support the organization. Nice part about it, the gift is 100% tax deductible. That's really important.
That's right.
Additionally, some things coming up.
Yes,
I know in October we've got a good stuff. Go ahead.
Yes, we do. We have our 25th annual Walk for Education.
So it's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge, and we're in the planning phases for that. And we usually have about 2,000, 2,500 people out there each year, but it's going to be much bigger than that.
You're going to set new records.
Absolutely.
Well, it's coming up October 13th, but we'll have you on in the fall to talk about that. But again, thanks for telling everybody about the campaign for emergency student aid, CISA, and all that you guys are doing to support those young people out there who are really, without them, without UNCF, they would not be doing what they're doing and fulfilling that dream. Thank you both for your passion and your perseverance. Continue to work hard at it.
Thank you.
Buddy. All the best. Always glad to support it. All right.
Thank you.
Best of you both. All right, everybody, that wraps up this segment of Cox Connections. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.